Welcome back to Bombastic Nation and ting. Back with you, back at you, another vibe. Back at you with another vibe and ting. How you all doing, man? It's a kind of rainy day today, you know what I mean? But the light of things, natural light, but since it's not kind of dark, set up some lights. We're gonna watch some scary stuff. Yeah. We're gonna see what man is doing to man, what ghost is doing to man, what paranormal stuff is going on with man and thing. That's the kind of mood I'm in today. I've got on my Dracula hat, ready to relax and do something. This one is called Top 15 Scary Videos That'll Freak You Out, bro. It'll freak you out, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna keep you waiting. Let's go ahead and YouTube and Simba.
Number 15, Invasion Thwarted. This not-so-smart intruder's attempted entering was thwarted by a much smarter doorbell when the stranger attempted to break into this home in Sydney Hills District, where a woman and her child were alone inside. The man is captured on several security cameras, staking out the premises, ringing the doorbell and waiting, before peering into the windows and trying the door handle several times.
Hi.
When the homeowner finally responds to the man's attempted break-in via the Ring doorbell, the homeowner's voice obviously scares the man, who quickly rushes off apologizing and claiming he had the wrong house. There's nothing better than outsmarting an intruder.
You had the wrong house. That's why you're checking every door and everything like that. Huh? You know you had the wrong house, but you're checking the door and all of that. And you only figure out you got the wrong house. An old dude said, "What's up?"
Hopefully he didn't try again later. Number 14, Out of the Sky. This footage submitted to the Chills Narrator subreddit was filmed at night and shows a red streak whipping across the dark sky overhead. A loud sound blares throughout, not sure if it's an alarm or what. The streak of red light sparks like fireworks and then dissipates. We assume being stopped by the sea ram as the title claims. Redditors in the comments find it in action to be pretty incredible but equally frightening. I have to say I agree. Number 13, Phantom Trespasser. You might consider calling the cops on the intruder trespassing on your property at night, but when it turns out to be this woman, maybe you should call a ghost hunter instead. Posted to Twitter by Daniela Guerrero, she writes in Spanish, "Okay, my parents have a security company, and how about the officials of a condominium have just passed them a heavy video of what happened last night. The video shows a large yard with a small pool. In the distance, a woman dressed in white crosses the property. She has dark hair and moves steadily forward until she's closer to the camera. She strides across, clearly on a mission, and that mission is to evaporate in plain sight. The Phantom Trespasser disappears into the night as she rounds a corner. What did she want here, and where did she go? All questions and no answers. Perhaps that's what we're supposed to have." Number 12, Intruder. A Ring camera caught yet another attempted intruder in the act, actually this time too. Published YouTube and
Imagine there's strangers rumbling around in your house. Have I ever had that happen to me before? It wasn't strangers that took my stuff though.
Cam video by Full Moon Crazies in July of 2019. The surveillance camera was placed behind a lamp and captures a pair of thieves going into a home during the Christmas season. The thieves are partially hiding their faces with their hoodies, and they seem to spy the Ring camera right away. As they look directly at it, after gathering some backpacks, likely filled with the taken goods, one of the intruders can be seen knocking the camera down to avoid its capturing further incriminating footage, but he didn't totally succeed. Two more intruders are caught on camera entering the room from the hallway. The clip ends without further explanation. These intruders more than likely made off like bandits, but we can only hope this video evidence was enough to catch them. Either way, this cost them Christmas, as they were sure to end up on Santa's naughty list. Number 11. Footsteps in the Mine. You're exploring a dark underground mine, water dripping, echo, silence, and then you hear this. Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Resurrect, the Redditor with...
Okay, let me tell you this, okay? Do I believe in ghosts? No, I don't. Because I haven't seen one yet. I haven't seen anything fall. I think I have. But, the mind have rationalized, what caused that to happen. So that kind of talks it over my mind. So, do I believe in ghosts? No, because I don't want to admit that they exist. I believe in ghosts, yes. But here's what I think. You stay in your realm. I'll stay in mine. As long as I don't see you, I'm good. And think about it. If we're scared of them, they're scared of us. Because they're in a state of mind they don't understand, and we're in a state of mind that we don't understand when you take in relation to the situation that we're in. The existence that we're in. You know what I mean? Why do they always scare us? Number one, I think it's because the unknown. We don't know why they're there and why they linger, and especially to somebody we know. Number two, why do they always have to scare everybody? Why couldn't it be just like a nice ghost just come, dum dance around the room, make you happy? There's always evil spirits and dark corners and and all that stuff. But me, yeah. You're real. Just stay in your dimension. Don't infringe on mine. Don't see yours. You could be walking around here right now. Won't say a damn thing to me. Nothing. None of you all say nothing to me. Let's get back to the video.
Was on an adventure through the Disido mine in Arizona when he heard what he describes as footsteps on wood coming from deep within the tunnel. He says he and his crew were the only ones there at the time. Would you hightail it out of there, or wait to see who or what was approaching? Well, most in the comments are already racing for the hills. Redditor JD250 offers a potential explanation. He writes, when I was a kid, I lived up in Tennessee right on an old mine, used by the town for storing stuff in the early 1800s, and I would hear sounds like these. Although JD says that he doesn't personally believe in ghosts, he admits to sensing the presence of pain and suffering in a place. On another note, the Redditor felt angry and hostile vibes in the place, and insisted that it felt like something terrible had occurred in that mine, and he didn't want to know what it was. He also notes that his stepfather felt he couldn't breathe at one point, and not from overexertion. Do you think this could be explained naturally, or is something haunting this mining tunnel? Wherever you stand, myself and most agree that this is one of the creepiest videos posted. Number 10. Demonic Choir Girl. Heavenly Harmonies sound haunting. This one may actually be. Published to YouTube in June of 2020, this clip comes from a video that'll give you nightmares, according to the Portuguese title. The clip is gaining traction in the Spanish and Portuguese speaking YouTube communities, and after watching, you'll know exactly why it's become so popular. The footage shows a children's choir practicing, led by their enthusiastic conductor. They're likely preparing to perform for their parents in a Christmas program, judging by their Santa hats. At first, all seems normal, nothing out of place, that is until the shot zooms in on this child, who appears to be experiencing something out of the norm. The girl with long black hair leans her head back, as if her actions are out of her control. She appears possessed, and her face, blurred to begin with, even disappears at some points, like it's erased from the video altogether. The young girl dips her head back several times in this manner, which is plenty of cause for concern, but it's her seeming to vanish from the footage only to re-emerge that's especially creepy. Is this girl possessed? Can the vanishing act be somehow explained? What is happening here? One thing's for sure, it's freaky.
The vanishing act can be explained by camera and stuff like that, but that's a freaky little child. I don't see children go, and do all of that during stuff before, but that is kind of freaky with a Christmas vibe going on.
Number 9. The baby monitor. Have you ever seen videos on social media that were so concerning that you considered calling the cops? A Redditor explains that this days-old TikTok account is posting disturbing videos. He writes that the video's creator keeps posting 15-second clips over several days, and that neither viewers nor the platform appear to have alerted authorities. The clip, posted by Mandy, shows a woman on a baby cam crying while having her hair brushed by a man. When her head droops, he lifts her chin back up to face the camera. Some in the comments say that it's so creepy they can't even watch. Excited Koalas 29 mentions, if you look at the people they're following, this starts to look like a new horror account. They're following a lot of verified users, as well as celebrities. That's always a good sign that it's fake. Although Koala says he isn't trying to discredit the clip, which could potentially be real, we hope that he is right, that it's some sort of horrible horror fiction. Other clips posted by Mandy shows the girl as well. In one of them, the girl is wringing her hands before being fed something from a man off screen, who then pets her hair. Another clip shows her rocking back and forth, and in yet another, she seems to be eating something off the ground. Redditor Jula Mad weighs in. The content is gross one way or another and needs to be reported to the authorities. If this is real, then I definitely agree. But as the other Redditor pointed out, there's a good chance it isn't. Number 8. Creeper at...
Why do we post freaking stuff like this on the bumbleclot internet just to freak people out? Why? We need more sunshine and flowy type posts, and that doesn't make it family friendly. Make it nature friendly. We need to get friendly with nature instead of posting all this gross stuff on there. You know what I mean? But it makes for good viewing. What the hell was going on there?
At the end of the bed. What if that figure you sometimes see out of the corner of your eye is really there? Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Malachi James. The clip shows the pregnant woman's blanketed belly, and in the background a crying kitten. Across the screen are the words, "My heart is actually breaking," but it's at the very end of the clip that your heart doesn't break but starts beating rapidly.
Did you see that?
Redditor Quality Spooky Me sums up.
Right there.
I didn't notice the head popping up at the end of the video the first time I watched this. What the heck is that? The Redditor says her sister didn't even notice the shadow creeping up until she watched the clip back. The Redditor says that her sister is fine, nothing bad happened to her, and no further weirdness occurred in her last week at this house. She did mention, however, that she felt heaviness there, like someone or something was stalking her. Another Redditor, Link Nadiserico, also points out the glowing pinpricks in the darkened doorway at the beginning of the clip, like eyes in the darkness. Will some call fake on this video due to the abrupt ending? As many note, this was a Snapchat, which may be the reason for the seemingly premature cut. Others think it's a ghost of the former pet, which the Redditor has noted was a cat with black fur. Sounds suspiciously superstitious. Number 7. Masked Man. This video reminds us that it's better to be safe than sorry. Ring doorbell videos emerged in uptown New Orleans revealing a masked man attempting to enter area homes. In one of these videos, he is captured on film checking the doors to see if
That dude don't even look like he's fit enough to defend himself. But he's fit enough to climb through small spaces. It look. He's really scrawny looking, but he don't look like he could defend himself if a big burly owner come at him.
they're open, and as it would turn out, this wasn't his first attempt. The resident of the latest attempt, Casey Urshel, discovered the scary incident after checking his Ring doorbell surveillance. That's the first time he saw the potential intruder on his front porch at 3:30 in the morning. He told WWL-TV, really creepy knowing it was the night before, and didn't wake up when it happened, probably just trying to get into the house to break in and see if he could get anything, describing the man's creepy mask as something you'd get at a Halloween store. The resident also noted that the wannabe intruder was wearing gloves and carrying something indistinguishable. When he shared this on social media, others shared their own. Some clips are from a month previous, which means this wasn't the masked villain's first rodeo.
Wow.
The police department urged others to report similar incidents so they could further investigate. As for Urshel, he knows the importance of locking up at night. You never know who might come knocking. Number 6. Home Alone. What's scarier than being home alone when you think you are, but you're actually not? Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Amy Dancing Again, the Redditor explains that she was home alone and making a TikTok video when she started hearing noises. She writes, I heard banging noises from the spare room we use for storage. No one else was home and there seems to also be a weird humming noise. The clip appears to be taken in Amy's room. Although faint, you can hear knocking and banging noises in the background. The strange humming sound could be a car passing or some sort of vehicular noise, but as for the banging, who knows? Can you hear that? Amy asks. Yes, Amy, we can. Time to take a leaf out of Macaulay Culkin's book and start setting up some booby traps. Number 5.
Out.
Apparition. Filmed at the Holy Love Apparition site. The video shows 2 statues in a field backlit by the sun. Those getting the footage get closer to the statues. In the close-up, the statue's eyes appear to be blinking. While it could be an effect on the sunlight, it looks like the statue is legitimately opening and closing its eyes. Of course, there are some believers in the comments, and then there are some doubting the whole incident as well. So YouTubers, is this a miracle or just an optical illusion? Number 4. Paranormal Intruder. What hides in the shadows can oftentimes be shadows themselves. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Mego White, the Redditor explains that she and her husband were away from home over a weekend and set up the motion detector Alfred camera app in their room for surveillance. When they returned from their trip, they were met with this unusual and terrifying video. The clip shows a fuzzy bedroom backdropped by a doorway with either a light on beyond or a natural source of light casting inside the other room. That light shifts as something is apparently moving enough to set off the motion sensor. In fact, that something appears to pass right across the doorway, blocking out the light beyond for a moment. You can make out a distinct figure. It's more like a shadow or a vague or even invisible figure that still somehow manages to distort the light. There is definite movement, but from what, we can't know for sure.
Man, I didn't see anything.
CJ740 asks if there was an intrusion, to which Meg answers that all the doors and windows were locked and nothing was missing. She also notes that strange things have been occurring in this house for a matter of months. Like what? Meg explains we can always see a shadow walking out of the office through the wall into my closet, and I always thought I was seeing things until we caught this on camera.
I don't see
She also
anything.
says in another comment that her kids have heard people talking, and her 2-year-old has even started laughing at something in empty.
There's some kind of dumb struck out there banging around. Scared of brother. What's up with that? I'm trying to enjoy my little video here. Ba-boom, ba-boom out there. Come on, people. Brethren Simmer and YouTube and Simmer.
Rooms of the home. A Redditor writes, that's actually genuinely creepy. Of course, as with every potentially paranormal clip, you have your insect theories, but most agree that the clip looks legit and not edited or faked. What do you think? Are you freaked out? I certainly am. Number 3. The Purge. You head outside for a nice peaceful evening stroll when you encounter this, posted to TikTok by Daniela Duque. The uploader says in the clip, something happened that changed my life check. The clip shows at least a dozen people all dressed in white wandering down the empty street carrying torches.
And you ain't turn around? I'm thinking medieval. They're carrying torches. They probably have pitchforks behind them. They walk in late at night. The bumble clot. I'm gone the other way. Ain't trying to figure out what's going on unless I'm strapped, you know what I mean? And I don't like guns, but you know, in a situation like this, on the mud. The closer they get, have it on there. That's just freaky. I'm not even violent, but I ain't gonna stand and watch nothing like that.
It's not clear what's going on here. Many in the comments are saying this looks like the set from a movie. Others suggest the horror film Midsommar. While some think this group is cult-like, perhaps performing a ritual. Still others consider this is more likely the purge. Are you ready for it? I'm not. Number 2,
Purge.
Ghostbuster. Who you gonna call? Likely this Russian YouTuber after watching this video. The YouTuber writes in Russian, "When I started the project, I did not even imagine that it would get such results. Thousands of your posts about missed moments in Ghostbuster." The YouTuber explains that in past videos that he's posted, subscribers have found paranormal-looking figures in the abandoned buildings he's explored. He ghost busts a couple of these myths, showing that looks can be deceiving. Looks to be a white figure beyond in the shadows of a darkened room. Dima explains that there's actually 2 pieces of white paper taped to the wall. However, he admits that other experiences do stump him. In one estate, something dark appears to be sliding slowly up a doorway in a room beyond. He concludes that it was either a bat rather than something paranormal, or that considering the estate is in the middle of Moscow, something else was on the premises and stuck their hand around the corner to see if he'd notice. Lastly, while exploring an estate, a ghost is seemingly captured peering from under the archway of a room. At this point during his exploration, Dima admits that a chill ran through his entire body. This one appears to stump Dima's, and he asks his viewers if they want him to return to this place and try and recreate the scene and its circumstances to figure out once and for all what happened here. Do you want to know? Or do you think the undead are best left undisturbed? I've got a challenge for
Left
you.
undisturbed.
Since you've made it this far,
Left
why not like this video and hit
undisturbed.
subscribe in the
All
next
this
5
bumble clap,
seconds?
running around
Because
and
we upload a new
trying to
scary
find
video
stuff
every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram.
Not this brother. I'm not going poking around nowhere where things might jump out at me. Like I say, you stay in your dimension, I'll stay in my dimension. We cool, unless of course you're like a fun little ghost and you want to come, drop some ideas in my head and think for me to write and stuff like that. We could vibe. But if you're gonna come out here and go rah, stay in your lane.
At DylanIsChillingYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, Nostalgia Nightmare. As it turns out, nostalgia isn't always a good thing. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Hey There, You Are Okay, the Redditor explains. So I was going through my old 3DS photos for nostalgia. The reason why I'm posting on this sub is because I'm not for sure if I caught anything in the background. Do you think it's younger me being scared? The video clip shows an empty bedroom. As he starts to scan the room, the video captures a dark room beyond. It's hard to tell if there's a window in that room. However, something appears to move there, or at least a shadow is cast that mimics movements. The camera passes upward to the ceiling, and when it returns to the closet, the shadow and light has changed a bit, but it's the next time the camera pans from one side to the other that the real change occurs. Explain these unknowable shadows. What is going on here? Is there something or someone in that room? No wonder the Redditor was freaked out. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to...
Ooh, some of that stuff was unnerving. Some of that stuff was definitely unnerving. Like I said, man, we ain't ghost no friend. You all hear that? We ain't no friend. I know this building here is pretty old that I live in. We ain't no friend. Stay where you are. Stay where I am. We all gonna be happy. We coming up in my business and thing, A man can't have that happening. Anyway, I'm gonna let you all go with this one. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you get notified when I put up videos. I have a daily video going up at 4 p.m. Daily video going up at 4 p.m. and every day I might do a little bonus one here and there and thing. But go ahead and comment, like, share the video, let everybody know what's going on here because we're gonna have some fun. It's me, you, and everybody, and we all doing a thing, relaxing on YouTube and simmering. And while we're doing all of that, let's make life cool runnings.